It is July the 7th here in Hong Kong, and we've just had many weeks of rain, very annoying rain. A couple of typhoons came close by as well. That also dropped extra rain on top of the already rain. And then we've had some blistering sunshine. Basically, very contrasty sort of weather of being attacked by mosquitoes. I've come up to the garden and we're going to do a check as to see what has survived. Not a lot, actually. We'll run you through it, and then we'll see what has also thrived. If you remember, I planted loads of tomatoes here. They've gone by the wayside, pretty much annihilated by the heavy rains. This one I thought survived because this one had the best protection, but it looks like that one's on its last legs as well, because look at that shade of green. It's terrible. But the pumpkin has said basically move over. The wild plant, of course, its job is a lot easier in life. Doesn't have to produce any fruits, but that's doing really well. Strawberries seem to be fine. They seem to be immune to the Hong Kong weather. And the chilies are fine. They seem to have actually come back from the dead. Well, I separated them out, if you remember from the previous episode. They seem to be doing all right. I'll just leave them for the time being. The other pumpkin, I've deliberately pushed it up. It's not like it reached up like a triffid and went for it. I actually just put it there, took it off the fence, threw it over. That's doing really well. The only one that's left in here, the lemons, the pests seem to be eating them, which is a shame, but it's still alive. Now, when it comes to the strawberries, look at these. We've got a whole forest here, so they're doing really well. And what happened? I mean, don't forget, this all came from this one, which hasn't been giving me any fruit at all. It's just spawned loads of clones, I guess. So if you follow it around, you could actually find out who came first. But this one was coming out. I stuck it in here, so I will snip the umbilical cord at a later date. And then it came back down, and we've got another one here, and then it's still going. So maybe we can fill in the gaps with more strawberries. Otherwise, the blueberry on top seems to be doing fine. All the rain hasn't harmed it at all. When it comes to the kiwi, it's doing great. So what I'm going to do is give these a water for today, and then probably tomorrow or Friday, we're going to start replanting some of these and clearing out some of the cruft. So that's the recap from the last episode. We're in the middle of July at the moment, but it's been about 2 weeks when you saw the beginning where we're just checking over everything. And since those 2 weeks, it's been really hot in Hong Kong. The weather has changed dramatically. It was only, barely 2 weeks ago when we had torrential downpours nearly every single day, and now it's as dry as a nun's arse out here. And I've realized I'm going to have to water, especially something like the kiwi, because it's not looking too healthy at the moment. I'm going to have to come up here and water that every single day. I didn't realize, but the leaves aren't looking very clever. And also, the pumpkin has dried out. This soil is wet, but maybe I killed it a couple of days ago because I didn't let it get enough water. But yeah, this is dead, sadly. So one of the pumpkins has died. This one seems to be doing okay, and it's coming over this side. But interestingly, the tomatoes, which I had written off, are coming back. They seem to be re-sprouting new leaves. I mean, this one's dead, so we'll get rid of that, and we'll put that in there just to try and protect the soil for the kiwi because it is drying out. But the main point of this part of the video is 2 of my citronas have died, so we're gonna basically reuse that soil, and then we're gonna replant this one. This is another house plant which isn't doing very well, and I do wonder if it's the soil or the container, because this is actually aluminium, and I planted these ages ago and I thought I could get away with it. And I've got a plastic lining on the inside, but it's coming apart. So the aluminium, I think, could be slowly poisoning it. So we're gonna take that out and then put it in a new pot. So this might be for today and tomorrow, but I'll tell you in the video, in the summary. I'm gonna repot that in such a way that it leans back over, because at the moment the weight of it is pushing it down, and I don't like that. So we're gonna correct for that as well. We're going to get rid of some of this soft soil for the time being. Try and lighten it, because I'm going to uproot this out. And maybe it needs to go in deeper. Deeper into the pot, I mean. Bye-bye, Jon Snow. Check this out. Look what I've just found underneath. Oh, right here. That there. Whatever that is. That's just by digging up the mulch. Now, I am trying to be careful to not disturb all these little roots around here. Let's see if it'll lift up now. Oh. So it looks like the roots have gone all the way in. Okay. The fuck? I'm going to put the soil from the citrona into the bottom. That way the roots have got more to anchor themselves to. And then I'm going to fill this side first to put some soil, so then this sort of acts as a buffer, so I can get it back even into the pot. And we'll give that a gentle watering. The only trouble is I don't like this being exposed, so I need more leaves. I need some mulch here. So just checking the soil from the citrona that I've just tipped in there. It looks like that basically the citrona was overwatered, and that's why it died, sadly. It was left outside my kitchen window. But there you go, you live and learn. You can always buy another one. So now we're going to transplant this one out of the aluminium container into here. But I think only 2 of them are alive. So we'll see how that goes. So that's the bottom of the aluminium. And you can actually see the metal at the bottom. And then here's the roots. So it looks like they've made their way. And maybe it is being poisoned. I don't know. But we're going to see if it improves by putting it in here. That's not going to fit, is it? Right, we're going to ditch some of this soil. Oh my god, I've nearly filled it, and I've still got all of this much. Right, let's try it now. Okay, just tuck the roots in. Well, would this pot be better, I think? Yeah, I think it would. Okay. Dead. See, it's just peeling off. So we just have these 2. This paper is actually compostable paper. Whoops. I'm going to leave this out in the sun, up on the roof for a couple of days. Give it some extra sun. And then we'll revisit this, I guess, in the next episode. So what I'm going to do is I've taken the pumpkin out. It's over there drying in the sun to be decomposted by my neighbor over there. And then I'm going to use that and take out some of these strawberries. But if there is some good news to this video, it's that the kiwi is already looking great after having watered it. It's already perked up. And so have the strawberries in this little lonesome pot here, which I'll probably take downstairs now. Let's take a closer look at these strawberries. So do you remember it always keeps growing another like fetus, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. In fact, this one's been knackered at the end, so I'll safely snip that one off. But this one was growing out, so I put it in this pot, and then it went back in. Then we're back in the big pot, so I'm gonna cut that one. Don't cut the red wire. And we're gonna break that chain, and we're gonna see how this does. Put it there for the time being. But both of these will go downstairs into my kitchen. I haven't mentioned the blueberry because the blueberry is fabulous, darling. Put you back there. Part of me doesn't want to do this, but another part of me wants to make sure that I can maximize my strawberry yield. See, there's one. We could take this one and put it in there. In fact, maybe I don't have to. Oh, look, there's two actually. It's not even got any roots. It's got loads of ends to it. This thing is never ending. Let's see where it goes. Oh, see. So this is probably the best candidate. See if we can get something out of this. So it's cut there. Separate that. That doesn't look healthy. So we might as well cut that off now and try and plant it as it is like this. We'll see what happens. Now, you don't really want to plant strawberries that deep because they only have shallow roots anyway. So we'll put that there like that. This one, I don't know, we won't bother with this one for a while. Cut this off. And we'll see how that does. So that's one. Now, I just want to thin them out. Look, see, there's another one here. This one comes round. How? So what we'll do with this one, because it looks more immature, is we'll get this pot, okay, and put it on here, and we'll try and do the same trick as before, and get it to plant in there. So we'll push that back, get this back into position. I guess we'll just leave it like that. I just found this in the big pot. So they both got roots, so we're just gonna try and plant those in there. We'll leave this one for a bit. In fact, we'll manipulate it, this one, and we'll manipulate it and guide it round to the other side, but I'll do that after. Let's see what happens when we bury these two. So now we've got them 1, 2 and 3. Right, I guess we'll find out how they do in the next video. It'll be too early to tell for this one. So by my count, these two, plus these two, plus these 3, and there's 14 in there. That makes 21 strawberry weeds, plants, whatever. And we'll see how we'll get on with that. Now the light is going, so I'm gonna have to put an end to this video. So thank you for watching, and basically I'll see you next month. Help me decide, will you please? Does the t-shirt make my chest look big, or does my chest make this t-shirt look tight? Can't tell, but I've got some Chris Evans pectorals going on here, don't you think? Some more good news. The pumpkin's leaves have brightened up again after I watered it at the beginning of this gardening session. So that's something to look forward to. But what I'm going to try and do is water, well, come up every day now. Take no chances, especially for these two because they seem so sensitive. Hello, moon. Because of the intensity of the heat, I'm going to make sure to come up almost every day now to pay attention to this one and this one. I don't want to lose another pumpkin. I really want to grow my own. And the leaves have perked up, so it's ready for the day, for tomorrow. Right on. I like your attitude.